Hello, Facebook, YouTube. Woo! Wonderful day. Another wonderful day in Bradenton, Florida. Just got done celebrating my birthday. It was pretty good. Pretty good birthday. And look, when it's Jesus Christ, like I said, when it's Jesus Christ every day, every day is a good day, Be alive, And you just, like I say, understand the gift is already given to you. Of course, if you just do that, every day is wonderful, But, I looked up the word Judah, to this morning. God led me to look up the word Judah. And I found out that Judah means praise, but it also means to be thankful. I didn't know that. Well, it means to be thankful, to give praise. Thought that was interesting. To be thankful and to give praise. And the thing is, we just, need to understand that, of course, that's what David was all about, being of the, tribe of Judah. That, we just got to be thankful and give praise unto God. And that's the elements of, our true success in us living in this world, As much as we do that, as much as we give praise. How you doing? Check this out on YouTube. God bless you. And, the thing is, that's how we got to approach life, each and every day. If we do that, things will work out right. But I want to show you an interesting thing that God did for me when I was at the IHOP. True. This is true. I'm telling the truth. But I ordered sausage and bacon slim or something. I don't know. I think that's Denny's. I don't know. And I asked for an extra pancake. It had 2 pancakes on them, so I asked for an extra pancake. And the total of the bill was $14.14. And I'm like, $14.14? First of all, I thought that was pretty steep, and $14.14. Come on, IHOP, that's kind of expensive. But I ain't been in restaurants for a while, so forgive my being naive of how expensive it may be from my viewpoint. But I ain't been there for a while. But it's like $14.14. So I was, like, $14.14, God, what are you trying to tell me? God trying to tell me something. So I was meditating on it, and then it hit me. Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you if you just hold, but if you hold your peace. That's what it means. The Lord will fight for you unless you hold your peace. And, I was like, wow, that was a good birthday present that he gave me yesterday, But I guess I got to hold my peace, though. The Lord will fight for me if I hold my peace, And that's the idea of, God one-on-one, But the problem is, when we, feel like, that's why the flesh is dangerous, because it is make us believe that we have to do something. We gotta, fight or do things, because the object is, about trusting in the Lord with all thy heart and leaning not to your own understanding. It's about how much the Lord is going to do and not as much we're going to do, And the problem is we don't see. We need to. That's why we got to decrease of this flesh, the increase of the spirit, and let the Lord fight for us. And, when we realize that reality, that, that the Lord exists in spite of our carnal minds, that, that don't have a desire to see him, that, he will fight for us, and handle the situation and handle the job. And it's interesting that, he showed me that, when I was just, at IHOP, and, God always speaking. God is always speaking. I tell people God is always speaking. But the problem is, because you're carnal, it's a spiritual language, in a spiritual image. He speaks to us. He's trying to speak to people. But the problem is, people don't know his language, because like I said, his language is a spiritual, and we're of the flesh, and in the flesh, you feel that you have concerns, and when you are caught up in your concerns about what you want in life and what you want to do, it will be tough for God to really speak to you, to where you're at right now. But God, come to discover, but God still speaks to you. But you just, he kind of like sends signs to you, because he knows your affections. God will use what you desire to communicate with you in a language that, only you will know that, whoa, how did, you will know it, when you hear him, but you will try to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, I tell people, it's not about that, you don't want to hear God and God don't speak to you. No, it's more like we're ignoring him in our lustful flesh. And that's what our lustful flesh is all about doing, ignoring God. And it's interfering with our, communication, and people are not aware to what extent. See, people are aware that they can't, they're not hearing God correctly, but they don't understand to what extent, and that's what's important, because God could be communicating to you and right, he's going to use the least his way to do it, to really, more likely, what God does, he really just try to flicker certain things, he flicks certain things at you concerning that what you're mindful of and what you're into more, to, kind of look like SOS, or Morse code you in situations and whatever you're doing. He's trying to get your attention, and he's doing it in love. He's doing it in love, and people think that, God, stop aggravating me, stop bothering me, or God is trying to, get me because I'm doing wrong. No, he's trying to get your attention, that, that I know that you're there. I know where you're at. He's the Lord that knows where you're at in your place and where you at right now. I'm there for you. I care for you. I want to know, I know where you at, and I know what condition you in. He's aware of what you're at right now. And the people, we, look at that as like, we take it. See, through our sinful nature, we take it like, oh God, you're harassing me. No, he's trying to tell you, I know that you're there. I love the song on Trinity 5:7, there he is. That's a beautiful song. I mean, that's an awesome song, and it's, it's telling people that Jesus is right there. He always right there, no matter how much you don't want him to be there, because certain people don't, won't respond, because he's like, God, I don't want you to see me in my sinful condition. I don't want you to see me where I'm at, because I want you to see me in a better view, in a better light of myself. And a lot of people, shun God, and but the thing is, he's going to keep bothering you, because that's what his love It's all about doing. It's one to communicate. I just want to talk to you. I mean, it's like a person is just trying to just come out and just talk to you, just talk to you, and just talk to you because I want to help you because I'm concerned about you. You know, that's just all about his love, you know. It's not about his harassment. But, you know, that's his love that he has for each other, has for us, that we just, you know, of course, take it for granted. Because when you're in a sinful state, you're operating in lust, and lust will have you taking everything for granted. You will take you just in at taking. It's a taking system, you know, that you take things for granted. You take advantage of people. You know, you just keep taking things. But when you start understanding, you know, and learning God's love, it's all about giving. When you start giving God's attention. You start, you know, giving people advantage of life. More likely that means blessing. You start giving people the ability to prosper. You start, you know, instead of taking advantage, you give advantage. And when you understand that dynamics of that, you know, and you start like listening to something, you know, words that will give people an advantage instead of listening to words and songs that will take advantage of people, you know, you're going to respond to what comes in, you know. What you put in you is what you're going to live out. You know, I just tell people, you eat, you know, junk food, you're going to act junky, you know. You eat healthy food, you're going to act, you know, do things healthy, you know. It's just that simple concerning, you know, the spiritual things. But, you know, God is communicating to us, you know, whether we don't really want to believe that reality, but he is communicating us. And, you know, but, you know, concerning our conditions is, you know, is the factor that, you know, are we going to respond to his voice? Are we going to respond to his love? And like I keep on saying, you know, how many examples God has to use and Jesus got to use that lived so much messed up lives, you know, from messed up places, God has to use to show you that he wants to use you and he wants you to be a part of your life. How many stories God has to show in the Bible that, look, this person was messed up, but yet still I loved him. This person did this, but yet still I loved him. This person was in Samaria, you know, the woman in Samaria, in the place that worship idols. But yet still I put my son, Jesus Christ, to minister to this woman and minister to a place that, you know, worship other gods. How many times God has to show you, you know, how much I love you. I want you to talk to me. In spite of your condition, I want you to communicate with me. In spite of your condition. And I will find a way to, you know, if we give God permission, you know, to get you back in good relationship with him in best way as possible. He have to send people, keep sending people, you know, or put you in situations to get you to go closer to him. And, you know, God told me, you know, about, you know, when I was talking about dog, you know, depend on God. I preached the message, depend on God, be a dog. You know, it's sad, you know, that, you know, we have to, you know, we feel that, oh, we getting dogged out. You know, people getting dogged out, you know, and people lying on you, cheating on you, stuff like that. But what if the error of people lying on you, cheating on you, doing you wrong, saying wrong things about you, is to push you to go depend on God? You know what I'm saying? This world system is so negative to push you to find out what's positive. I mean, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the idea of darkness, you know? I mean, how much darkness? If it's too dark, let's go get light. If it's dark, it's dark. Let's go find a light. Let's go find a light. See, that's a natural response. But what if we start seeing that when things are so ugly in our life, that we need to go find something beautiful? And what's more beautiful is the beauty of the holiness of our God that can give us the beauty that we can live in His life. All right, I'm done with my time. I hope this message bless you. I hope you start listening, hearing God, and hearing His voice. To God be the glory, to Him forever. In Jesus' name, amen.